Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Total War Warhammer. Today we are going to be doing a desperate survival defense of the wall. So this is Game of Thrones meets Total War Warhammer. This map looks absolutely fantastic, so I thought what better kind of scenario to do than one of my survival scenarios. So, as you can see, the undead are numbering in their thousands. I believe there's around 15,000 undead, and we have around 2,500 Empire troops. So I've lowered the graphical settings down to medium in order to try and record this at a decent frame rate. However, if you are allergic to bad frame rates, I would recommend stop watching here, because I don't know how this is going to go. So if you're happy to see survival scenarios back and custom maps on Warhammer, and if you enjoyed the video, of course feel free to leave a like and leave a comment on another survival scenario idea. So I'm not going to be doing these massive battles all the time, probably just once a week or so, and that would be a car alarm. I'll wait till that's stopped. Oh, it stopped already. Okay, great. So we'll continue on with the recording, but as you can see, thousands upon thousands of undead are coming to assault the wall. So let's take a little look at our defences today. So we have Karl Franz on a, well, let's call that a dragon, but no, I know it's not. But in the kind of the Game of Thrones world, that's what we have. We have a couple in this is, I guess this is Castle Black, and it's kind of a pretty faithful recreation of it. Almost. But I think the map is actually fantastic. But nevertheless, we'll carry on with what we have. We have the Sterling's Revenge, the Tattersouls. These are my reserves. Inside the keep here, we have 2 units of Flagellants, 2 units of Halberdiers, and 2 units of Great Swords. I also have 4 mortars and 4 Hellstorm rocket batteries, including the Sunmaker. I also have 6 units of crossbowmen, 2 units of handgunners, and we do have a defense on the other side, so they can actually come up here. So defending them up here, we have 2 units of halberdiers and 2 units of great swords, a unit of crossbowmen, and the mortars. So this is going to be interesting, because if they make it down here, they can kind of come down multiple routes. So hopefully we're going to be able to survive this, and I'm just going to change my graphical settings around a little bit, and then we'll get on with the battle. Okay, so basically I had the brightness turned up a bit too much, but I think we're ready to commence. So, good lord, this is going to be quite the battle. I'm excited, hopefully you are too, and we'll just give it a second so the frame rate actually recovers a little bit, because I did do a bit of a stress test before, and the engine did recover a little bit. So these battles almost are stress tests in their own right. So although the frame rate is pretty terrible, we're going to hopefully take out a few before they can even make it to us. Hopefully take down quite a few zombies with the Hellstorm rocket batteries. At least that's the plan anyway. I'm not sure if that's actually happening at the moment. I really hope it is. Are you firing? Please, for the love of God, fire again. Fire, damn you! Because I don't think my infantry can take down 15,000 troops. Okay, so we are weakening them quite a bit over here. This flank is going to be a concern. Okay, so we've almost routed one unit of zombies. Well, not routed, but making them crumble. But it's just freaking mental. This battle, it just, oh gosh. Like, I personally love these kind of huge battles. I think it's a lot fun. Well, I find it quite fun to play them. If anything, because I guess it just it kind of captures the magic. Almost, if you were thinking of like, could the Game of Thrones TV series have battles like this? Yes. And I am almost recreating them just at 10 frames a second. So, as we can see, the zombies kind of pouring in there. Quite an intimidating prospect, I'm sure you'll agree. But I wasn't expecting almost half of their force to come over from this flank, so I might actually redirect my fire. Okay, now actually I'll let them do free fire. I think they'll do okay like that. We do also have the mortars firing on their positions as well. That should be pretty painful here. Taking out some skeleton warriors. And hopefully it's... Oh, just Skeleton Warriors there as well. Okay, so they're almost... Oh, bloody hell, it's the Zombie Lords. So, if they perish, we have a good chance. But I think my crossbowmen, hopefully... Why aren't my handgunners firing? Oh, no. So say, I hope the crossbowmen are in range and firing. They are. If only I had some oil to drop on them. So the desperate defense of the wall. I did also add some Graveguard in, as I thought like just having zombies might be a bit, well, easy. But that doesn't appear to be the case at all. I appear to have made a grave mistake. Haha, I get it. Graveguard. Yep, I'm, well, I think recently, where I'm starting to slowly get back into YouTube. So hopefully my commentary is okay. I know it's kind of a little bit hammy, and I also lose focus a bit when I'm recording as well, which is kind of annoying. So I don't believe I've taken out more than several hundred undead at the moment, which is kind of scary. That's kind of a scary prospect. So. They are casting spells, I bet they are. But I think the frame rate's probably about 20 frames a second at the moment. Ah, so we're at the defense. Okay, well let's send in France. So he can instill, oh gosh, extra leadership and melee defense because some of our units are taking a bit of a hammering. Okay, it doesn't appear that these guys have a decent firing arc. No, they can't actually fire from up there, so I made a bit of a mistake. So, in case the zombies break through, I'm going to have some kind of defense, final defense there. But if we can take out the Vampire Lord, Franz, go on in and see what damage you can deal. Because they are very much disrupting the formation here. That's if France can't even get down to help. Oh, bloody Nora. Okay. Hellstorm rocket batteries, keep firing, damn you. Unless they're in a position where they can't anymore. Oh, bloody hell. No, or target them. Target something. Anything. Okay. I think at least over here we're doing a little bit better. Although they are starting to make their way up here. You're telling me you can't fire at that? Really? You better be able to bloody fire at that. Jeez. I feel that my defense is not as organised as it could be. My lord is under attack, so maybe he's finally in battle here. Okay, I'll monitor his health, but he might be trapped in there, so that... Oh, bloody hell. But we're dropping as much fire as we can. But at the moment, they've lost 2,000 of their number. So this... Could this be what happens in Game of Thrones? Oh, God. Okay, so I think our crossbowmen are firing here. Just fire at something, please. Anything, honestly. You can do the firing arc, no problem. Okay, France, you're winded. So let's try and get you out of there. Because you're not actually causing any damage. Okay, I think it might be time to commit the Tattersalls. But at the moment, we've got them hemmed in, so that's fine. And I think the frame rate's probably going to suffer a little bit just because we got that amount of people. Which is perfect to fire on, actually. We've used all our ammunition. Are you freaking serious? You need to keep firing, mate. Okay, so we have some skeleton spearmen coming in. They should be able to... Great swords, where are you going? Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, those mortars need to keep firing for as long as possible. Disrupt their formation. Frame rate is getting pretty terrible now. So once again, if you're allergic, just see, you can always not watch the battle. Okay. Oh my god, that is brutal. Okay, mortars, you have to fire into that big clump. That is going to cause so much damage. Surely, even I'm going to do that. Right, okay, let's go first person. At least I think that you should be in range, right? I'm going to... Nope. Well. Oh my god. Oh my god, it might actually hit them. Oh, no, never mind. Just kidding. Well. We are still managing to fire a little bit, causing and inflicting some more damage. You're out of ammo. Go and commit yourself. You're no use to me anymore. Okay. So we're holding that. Just about. Okay, you got 2 seconds, which is lasting actually about 5. Okay, so those mortars are actually going in on their position and hopefully causing quite a bit of damage. At least taking out a lot of their HP. So that is one advantage that we do have. Those heavy mortar firing units. Here. I guess you can try and position yourself down here, see if that helps. But at least we have the mortars in a position where they can keep on pounding that position while our infantry are still in a position to hold. The halberdiers taking a lot of fire. Okay. So firing into that big dense mass, you can't really miss. And if you somehow manage to miss, then wow. Okay, so we've got more rounds going in. Okay, so we'll keep on that bombardment for a while. Great. It's the sit rep up here. So we've lost... Oh, we haven't lost that many. Okay, and it appears like some of them are crumbling, which is really what we want. Frame rate obviously is at like 2 frames a second now, so let's just fast forward this. Okay, so we've got our first couple of units starting to rout now. The halberdiers have had enough and are getting the heck out of dodge, which I don't really blame them. Let's try and take out a vampire lord, because we've got to do something against that. Tattersouls, in you. I thought I committed you. Apparently not. In you go then. So we still have one Hellstorm rocket battery managing to fire into this flank. And we are still managing to crumble a few of the units. Mainly the low tier zombie units, which is fine. So far, actually let's commit these guys. See if they can cause a bit of damage. But I won't make you watch all through this lagginess. This is actually a lot worse than I thought it would be, I think. Mainly because the units have now engaged in combat, and this absolute monstrosity of units kind of packed all in there. It is doing a good job for us in the fact that we're routing a lot of troops, and a lot of their HP has been kind of taken down a bit. So I'm going to kind of... You'll notice in the editing where I've edited bits out. Okay, so a little bit of an update. About 30 seconds has passed. And my crossbowmen are in a big danger of running out of ammunition. Luckily the mortars still have a few rounds left, but once they're done, I'm not really sure what my options are. It's going to be a bit tricky. Over here they still have a little bit more ammunition, so we're still kind of pounding away at the undead, and it looks like a few of them, you know, they are close to crumbling, and we've actually taken out a third of their number. And if they keep losing them at the rate they are, then that is very, very good news for moi. So we've got Franz. He's still hovering above there. So let's make sure. There you go. Increase defense. And we have a single Vampire Lord isolated down there, and he keeps buffing. He keeps buffing, and I don't like that. So we'll commit Franz once again. See if we can cause some damage. I'm not convinced we'll be able to. I really need to keep an eye on his health. Also, not going to fire with any of these troops just yet. Actually, I should probably turn off fire at Willow. Nope. Okay, but our mortars still managing to pound their position. Oh yes. And a lot of their health has gone. So, although they still outnumber us by about 5 to 1, a lot of their health has been taken down. So if we keep getting every single hit on like we have been, then we've got a chance. Oh gosh, kind of. So in a way, I wish I kind of brought more artillery. I imagine the battle would have been over by now. But as you can see, it's almost like a mass crumbling. They're sustaining a heck of a lot of damage. And I'm doing pretty okay at the moment. I kind of went for the elite forces. And they're down to... Wow. They've almost lost 50% of their number compared to 200 Empire troops. Or Men of the Night's Watch. However, we have far more Men than the Night's Watch did. Or do. They are still around. Okay, so with each hit like that, it is reducing their willingness to keep fighting. They'd rather just crumble back into the ground and have been like, you know what, I've had enough. Okay, so... if we're in a desperate position, and our... Okay, so we might be able to take out that Vampire Lord of France before we need to pull him out. So those Halberdiers are still trying to get out. And we pretty much surrounded that Vampire Lord, so that's great. So if we can keep that up. There are 3 of them, though. That guy is just chilling out. What the devil do you think you're doing? So you can really see how much they are suffering. They have lost 50% of their number now. We're about to go under 2,000 troops. Well, there we go. Yeah, quite a few just died. Down to 7,900. So they're losing men or undead every single second. The only units that I really have to worry about are kind of the Grave Guard. But even then, I don't think they've managed to get many of them into the fight. At least not on this flank. So I'll be very happy if we can hold this flank. I do have a unit of great swords. How many kills have they got? 141. So they're ranking up the kills. And the balance of power is almost even now. So 7,600 left. But that firing arc is almost getting too much for the mortars, I'd imagine. But those mortars have probably got 1 round left in them. And then that is that. So I don't know if they're going to be... And we've taken out an enemy lord, which is even better. So France can... you coming back up? France, you coming back up? France, you coming back up? Yep. Yep. Yep, you're coming back up. I'm not sure it'd be wise for me to try and shoot them. Yeah, I think they're trying to move over there, so I'm going to just stab that. So we probably have got this battle in the bag. They've lost now 10,000 of their number compared to 200 of ours. I wasn't actually really expecting that. Oh, and I can hear that car or motorcycle again. I should really have shut my window, but it gets very warm in my room when I'm recording. My computer gets rather warm recording these kind of battles, as I'm sure you can imagine. So look out, a spellcaster. So I presume that the Vampire Lord has finally made it over. We are still managing to fire into their position. However, that firing arc is going to be rather tricky soon. So we're going to have to... There we go. So we're overshooting a little bit, which is fine. So they now have run out of ammunition. So it's going to be relying on brute force and time to rout the remainder here. So we have our units. Halberdiers have come back. Karl Franz still in a good position. Let's go over here so we can buff up some troops. And we have the car alarm again, which is always fantastic. Oh no, it stopped again. Just kidding. Just kidding. So I believe they're out of ammo too. They're out of ammo. So we have exhausted all of our ammunition across pretty much everywhere, except for these two Hellstorm rocket batteries, which couldn't get off many shots to begin with. So this attack, I don't think they're going to last for much longer along here. You can see, like, they've lost thousands. So those zombies seem incredibly confused as to what to do. And you can see, like, the amount that they lost just getting to the position. It's just a huge amount. Littered across the wall, across the battlefield. Is that more dead over here? Or am I just... Is that... No, that's just snow. That's just snow. But out here, that is... crumbs. I don't really think it's wise to spread out there, mate. But, fine. Down to 4767. So let's work on getting Franz to try and finish off a few more of these units. It's just a shame that I've never been able to get my handgunners into the battle. I mean, I could withdraw, let them in, and then unleash an absolute barrage onto them. But I don't really want to look... I could take the risk, because we are, at the moment, looking like we're going to win. Okay, well, let's just stop that attack, because that's not going to be good. Okay, so you should be able to take down a unit of zombies, shouldn't you, Franz? It's just a shame I can't, like, get units to jump off the wall, and then hopefully they'd still be alive, and they could attack. Okay, what's your range? Oh no, you're out of ammo anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so Franz is doing a good job down here. Down to 4,000 troops against my 1,800. Okay, so I might do something rather risky. Oh. Oh. So they're going to make their way in. Can I get a shot? I'm gonna risk a shot. They're not going to do it, are they? No, they're not. Yeah, they're not going to fire. That's frustrating. Well, I mean, maybe not frustrating. It's probably kind of fine. But let's get Franz over. Take out that other Vampire Lord. So it looks like he's making his way in. It doesn't look like we're even going to need these troops. I was really optimistic with the amount that I brought. Over here, it's all but... This attack has all but failed. They've got a few zombies left. Crossbowmen, you can just go into. Why not? Have a little bit of fun. Enjoy yourselves. You're going to survive the zombie apocalypse. Boost the troops. Those flagellants must have quite a few kills. Oh no, 61. Huh. Yes, I believe this is the cause for the frame rate drops. Because when I do these kind of battles, I do get... it's commented that I need to improve my PC. Like, my PC, I think I've got like a 6-core CPU, 16 gig of RAM, and a 980 Ti, so... It is the engine. It comes down to, like, it being able to render this amount of troops, in which case it can't. So, it's almost like a stress test. These settings are on medium, just FYI. So they're not on like the highest settings. If I did it on the highest settings, this probably would just die. So at least we can still kind of play these scenarios, although the frame rate is just pretty shit, to be frank. Come on, kill him. Come on, Franz. Kill him at 2 frames a second. There you go. You did it. Wait, have you caught him? You did. Good for you, Franz. Okay, so that's probably going to cause all the greatswords are encountering a bit of a morale problemo. That is concerning. How are my Tattersalls doing? Oh, because they've been flanked. Oh, I see. Well, let's just finish those off. Yeah, they're against that kind of barrage, they're really not going to last. What a sneaky zombie lord. Spawning those. How dare he? Yeah, they are screwed. So they've got less than 4,000 left. Situation over here. Oh, perfect. We won. Okay. Well, let's go into their flank. However, this will probably turn into a bit of a mass crumble soon. I would have thought. And that freaking car alarm again. Bloody hell. Can't a man record in peace? Good lord. And this time it's not stopping. Well, let me just mute my mic for a second. It's not muting. It's not muting. Oh, for pity's sake. Well, I'm going to attempt to shut my window. So this is just incredibly professional recording. I'm sure you'll agree. And you can still hear it. You can still hear it, but there's not really a whole lot I can do, except try and talk over it, and hopefully you can't even really hear it that much. And I'm just and maybe I'm just making you imagine that there's a car alarm. How do you know? Think about that. Yep. That's totally what's happening. Victory is within our grasp. So it looks like the attack on the wall has failed. Mankind and Westeros is saved. All hail our saviour, Alex the Rambler. Praise be unto him. Come on, Franz. So that unit of zombies got absolutely pulverised, so that was great. Come on, boyos. Up and at him. Up and at him. Yeah, this is a mass crumble. So there's just the zombie lord to go. And there we have it. Victory for the Great Wall here. God, look at that. Look at that. Heroic victory. Fantastic. Well, there we go. Let's take a little look at the unit statistics to see what exactly happened here. I think that's over 1,000 kills on both of those. I think that's hundreds, 500, 598. Every unit performed fantastically. On the other side, you know, they didn't really kill many. We lost 500. A few of those were probably to friendly fire, but they lost all 15,000 of their number. Was it about 15,000? 2,000, yep. Well, there we have it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, of course, leave a like and all that jazz. And until next time, everyone, I bid you a very, very good day.